Salutations, people. Salutations. While people are joining. What's going on, Ezekiel? Good to see you in here. I'll go ahead and kind of set the tone for what we're talking about. I think a lot of you guys probably already inherently know what this transmission is going to be about. I don't have like a whole bunch of topics. I don't have like, I'm not going to talk about Iran. I'm not going to talk about Russia. I'm not going to talk about genetic engineering. I'm not going to talk about dollar devaluation, re-education camps, chemtrails. I'm not going to talk about conspiracies with you guys. What I'm going to do is shoot you straight. I think I'm trying to. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I'm only going to try to address the issues at hand and basically what's necessary in order for us to continue into the future. You guys may have noticed that I've been kind of having, I'll just go ahead and call it a temper tantrum as how we have been operating. And the reason why is because we have been here for going on 6 to 7 years, and I don't really think that we are where we should be. I think that's the easiest way to say it. The link that you guys see right there, patreon.com/Freedom Faction, we have now 13 subscribers, 13 people who have decided to help us. That is a huge part as to why I'm here today. I'm really going to try and talk about this stuff without getting angry and upset and frustrated. I'm going to really just try to just let you guys know, like, unemotionally, what's going on. It's not that I don't want to do this anymore. It's that we can do this better. I can do this better. I could do more of what I'm doing if I wasn't over here trying to do what I'm already stuck doing. I started this years ago, with the Ferguson riots, the hyper-militarization of the police, Obama signing the National Defense Authorization Act, the police state, chemtrails, the indefinite detention of journalists, and so much more. I had the pleasure last year, and that's why I want to talk about this stuff now. I had the pleasure just last year of actually going to Texas and working with Matt Agorist, Jason Bassler, Derek Brose, people such as the Free Thought Project, Activist Post, Minds Unleashed, Mint Press News, and so much more. There was actually an article done on us over there at RT. I had the pleasure of speaking about free speech and censorship in Texas with some of the greats of today. We just passed the year mark, I think, on the 12th. And I feel like that's a testament. Why am I trying to just talk to you guys about all this stuff that I'm doing? Because I want to do more. But the problem is I'm literally stuck doing what I'm doing, operating within the means that I have. I'm, as you can tell, not the type of person that really likes to ask for help. I don't like to do that, to put it simple. I feel like if I can't figure it out on my own, there's probably no reason for me to be doing it. We're reaching a point in how we're operating to where I'm having to say, look, you're doing as much as you can. You need help. This is me basically trying to talk to you guys about needing help. I don't feel like I should get up over here and say, hey, join the Patreon, support us, help. We need your help. We need your help. More subscribers, more members. I shouldn't have to say this. Out of the 225,000 followers we have, I should not have to beg people to join the program. We now currently have 13. There are currently, as we're recording right now, 61 people in this feed. Now, you guys do the math. Last time I talked to you about, last time I was with you was last Thursday. I freaked out about how we really don't have the support. Like, real talk. We really don't. I have been here with you guys, showing up, being dependable, doing this every single freaking day. Losing my mind while doing so. Eddie F321 says, what program are you talking about? I'm talking about our exclusive members program. I'm talking about my way of trying to go around all this nonsense and be like a independent media organization. We don't have funding. We don't have sponsors. We don't have rich people with money just flooding us. I'm not an agent. I'm not a shill. I don't work for the government. I'm just a nigga that started doing this, period. And that's why I get angry, is because I'm not like everybody else, and I'd say that. for a reason. I think a lot of people get upset because, you know, the idea that somebody like myself could create something such as this after several years is truly an affront to what we see happening in society today. The idea that I could be doing this, period, is what's pissing off the entire whatever's going on, period. That's not my problem. I don't give a crap. I sat up over here to build this for people like ourselves so we could have this kind of discussion about broader topics and be in this situation. What's happening now, and this is why I'm getting frustrated, what's happening now is we have a case of the inmates running the asylum. Like I said, I shouldn't have to come up here and ask you guys for help. And then when I post things for me to get money to do more, oh, here's what happens. People go out of their way to try to shit on what I'm doing. How does this happen? I have literally been beaten down by my very own audience to not stand up and support myself. How the hell did this happen? And now, whenever I'm asking for help from said audience, everybody's like, oh, shit. Ugh, Trump, though? Yeah, Trump? Cool. Check it out. You want me to explain it for you? Here. And this is, I got to just get this out of my way so I can stop talking my shit and move on forward as to why I'm having this little freakout session. Donald Trump, the post that I put up about Donald Trump signing or authorizing 23 federal prisons for high-level elites, that got like 3,000 likes. Pelosi talking about how Trump will be like the last president ever, got like 16,000 views. And all the other things that I posted on the page, it got massive attention. I tell people to support the operation and the page and the podcast. That thing got 87 likes last time I checked. Barely even 100. So it's not that people don't see me asking for help. It's that people don't want to help. So what the hell is that about? Why should I continue to break my back, show up, provide all this information, do all these things for everyone when people won't even lift a finger? It's the truth. When I'm telling you guys that I'm having to restructure for longevity, it's because these are present day problems that you guys just want to shy away from. I don't want to get up over here and sound like I'm talking shit and say all this stuff just to get you guys to understand the dire straits. Or hey, here's the beauty of it all, right? If you don't support me, you're more than welcome to go follow all these other people who show up and give you nothing. You're more than welcome to follow all these other people that provide you with feel-good memes, crystal talk, and, well, general fuckery of any kind. Go ahead. But see, that's the difference. You don't go to a bookstore looking for guns. You've come to this gun store looking for books, and guess what? I got both. I'm here to provide a real service, and that's the problem. People don't even see me as a person. They see me as a product and as a service. And don't worry, I'll provide that service. But what's happening right now is I'm undervalued. I'm underpaid. And people will say, oh, dude, the knowledge should be free. You know, the truth should set you free. You're damn right it should. But where's your page to set me free? Where's your energy to set me free? Where's your operation to set me free? Where's that free shit you guys all keep talking about and wanting? So here's what's happening. I'm getting to a point to where I realize my worth. I'm realizing my value, and I'm wanting to do more of what I'm doing. But I'm not even getting the recognition or the acknowledgement I feel like I deserve for the position that I put myself in. And that's okay, dude. You know, I realize, like our news, we're a little bit ahead of the time. But as we start going into 2020, that's why I'm trying to crack this whip. Last year was such a hurricane for me that I really didn't get the time to focus. All last year, I basically played catch up and tried to institute new things along the way. That's why I'm wanting to have this essentially temper tantrum or this call to action right off the bat so we can set the tone. I think people need to understand that. Hey, check this out. Check this out. You know, you guys need to go support and follow Jay of Truth Is Our Religion because he's been a huge advocate and one of the people helping me basically work through my anger. But even Jay of Truth Is Our Religion tried to do the very same thing. He created the Truth Tube, something that I started to put all of our shows on and repost some of our articles and stuff over there. He started up the Truth Tube, which was supposed to be something akin to social media, Instagram, to where we could have the same kind of talks. He wanted to create basically a forum for us. You know, this is why I supported him, why we had him on the page, and all kinds of other stuff. Dude dumped like what, $500 to like a G into it. Didn't see any of it come back, but he did it simply because he wanted to have a platform for people like us. But because the support wasn't there, guess what? He had to stop it. Do you know how much that frustrates me? I've got like over 200,000 followers. He's coming up on 200,000 followers, and we can't even get support to basically keep the lights on for people like us. Do you know how much? Do you know like the disgust and the disrespect that I feel? Period. I'm telling you guys, I'd like to hire researchers. I'd like to show up at more of these events. I'd like to fly people out here. I'd like to get the studio going. I'd like to do a lot more. But guess what? Can't do that. People are like, hey, do these Instagram lives every day. Why the fuck should I do that when people won't even support me doing my own damn show weekly? So here's where it's at, okay? And I don't mean to sound like a jerk, dude, or like, because Jay's like, yo, don't pressure people. People around me were like, yo, don't threaten people. I'm not trying to threaten people or pressure people. I think people really need to understand, like, the trials, the tribulations that I faced by operating something like this, dude. I didn't expect to become this. I ended up being this. Now that we're here, this is how this whole relationship works. I need your guys' help in order for us to move into the future. And if it's not there, well, guess what? I've got to wipe my hands through and walk away. So here, let me tell you. Here's kind of what I've had to set up just to put my foot down and really start setting a goal and reminding people about, hey, look, I know I say a lot of stuff, but this is serious and I need your guys' help. Currently, we have 13 Patreon members, okay? 13. We have 225,000 followers. Half of those I would say they're ghosts. I'm not really for them. Here's the deal. If we don't get 25 by 40 Patreons by March or April, I'm going to convert Friday into the exclusive members day. That means I will shut down effectively working and doing all these extra things on Tuesday, and I will literally dedicate Friday to solely our exclusive members. What I'll also do is I'll create a separate page where I'll still post news for exclusive members. I'll still post videos for exclusive members. I'll still post content for exclusive members. I'll even post my own personal thoughts for exclusive members. But what I've learned by doing this is I can't have this level of in-depth authenticity and original content for the masses. It goes undervalued. It goes right out of people. It doesn't get appreciated. So that if you here, let me tell you one more time. Here's the deal. 25 to 40 Patreons by March or April, or I will have to stop doing this every Tuesday with you guys. And I'll just do it every Friday for the people that actually want to support it. So that link right there, patreon.com/Freedom Faction, you can support us for a single dollar. That's like the point that we're at. I have to put a dollar position there just to get people to like get involved. But I'm not about to sit up over here and fight for your attention and get you guys to understand like what we're doing. Plant Romance says right there, 25 to 40 isn't much. How much is the sub? You could subscribe for a single dollar. But like I said, gang, we've been doing this for 6, maybe 7 years, and we don't have it. Precisely, it's right. I'm trying to set it up to where I can, give you guys, because I draw, I make music, I do a lot of extra stuff in the exclusive members content. But it's just not there because people see that 225 on the page and they think, oh, well, dude's good. That's not the case. What I'm really trying to let you guys know is I'm not for the masses. I had to learn that. I'm for a select group of people who actually want to show up day to day, get things done, have these kind of conversations, really focused on information. They don't want to get distracted. You see what I'm saying? There's no other way for me there really is no other way for me to do this. And that's why you guys kind of hear me saying that I may not be here in this capacity throughout the entirety of 2020. The current configuration that we have, it's got to change. You guys have essentially seen us operate for free for like half a decade. And the point I'm getting to now is I want help. And I feel bad for having to jump up over here and ask, and that's not the case. Clearly I'm able to do the work. What would happen if I was able to have help? Could you imagine if I was joking about this earlier this morning. that whenever I do actually hire my first employee, I'm going to show them to you guys. I'm going to say, hey, look, holding his neck. I'm going to be like, hey, look, here's your employee. Here's where your money came. Here's where your money went. Here's where your money's going. Holding him by his neck saying, look, here's the people you work for. Here's where your money's going. Because this is a community organization. This is not, I'm not here for me. And this is another thing I feel like I have to address. I already have, look, I'm like broadcasting to you guys on the iPad. You know, I got the news feeds popped up right here. You know, I got video. What do I need to do this for? At the end of the day, why do I need to sit up over here and post these articles and these videos and just, like I said before, sacrifice myself upon the altar of social media? What do I need to do this for? Whenever I already have like all the stuff here, other than having my spiritual ego stroked, why do I need to do this? I do it because I care about you guys. I do it because I worry about where you're getting your information, who's telling you what, and what's all really going on. Sorry, I generally care, and I've gotten to a point where I realize my influence. I say it's bad because I feel like I've habituated you guys to checking your phone. I'm realizing my influence in your life, and I'm wanting to do better. I'm wanting to do more. You see? And these and towards the end of season 9, you guys kind of heard me ask the question to myself and to you, you know, of because we talk about the mark of the beast, the technocracy, and the social credit score system. You know, am I making you, am I delivering you from the mark of the beast style system, from the New World Order, or am I delivering them to you? Am I delivering the New World Order to you, or am I delivering you to the New World Order? And I can't really get into these types of modalities whenever we're focusing on stuff that's solely for the masses. And so the reason I'm jumping all over the place is because you guys have to understand, this is do you have a boogie? We're not like every other account. Right there, Ancient Soul Collective. For those of you guys who think running a large account on Instagram is easy, it's not. Not to mention 300% extra work my brother here does. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Ezekiel. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, man. You know, I'm trying to say I created this for the intention to pull people like myself, like Ezekiel, like Jay, you know, like Billy Carson, you know, like all these people that you guys have seen me network with. I did this so that we could all be here together. But what's happened, dude, is I got to be honest with you. What's happened is I've got the short end of the stick. You know, I sat up over here and broke my back and lost my mind and slaved over my phone to just like provide this information, and I got like nothing out of it. I don't sleep. You know, I'm over here humping news feeds. And this is why I'm having to have this discussion with you guys, is because as much as I want to keep doing these types of things and operating in this capacity, I can't. And this is another thing as well. The skills that I've learned doing this, being like a personality, having a podcast, having a page, having a network, having a business, having all this kind of crazy stuff, the skills that I've learned doing this are much more valuable out there in the real world than they are over here on the internet. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why I'm getting to a point where it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, this is cool hanging out with you guys. Boom, right there. Thank you, DF Pritchie. DF Pritchie said done. Boom, $6 a month. Thank you. Very, very appreciative. But this is what I'm saying. I feel like it's bad that I have to get up over here and let you guys and say these things. You know, I'm not who's that kid in Who's that kid in the Christmas carols? Little Timmy, the one that gets beaten after asking for more porridge. That's what I feel like when I have to come up here and ask you guys like, hey, help me. Like, please, sir, boom, can I have another? No. I feel like that's disrespectful. I wasn't raised to sit out over here and ask for more handouts. I was raised to get things done. If you can't figure it out, maybe your thinking's wrong. Start thinking in a different way. But you see, this is why we had to have this conversation. And this won't be the last time we have this conversation. That's the unfortunate part. And so to underline everything that I've been saying real quick, you know, 25 to 40 Patreons by March or April, or we will have to stop doing these Instagram lives and convert them specifically for the exclusive members every Friday. Already, you know, we take all of Thursday to produce and edit the episodes. I take about half of Wednesday off to get all the episode information together, to compile everything, and then, you know, there's 2 days right there that's already gone. And so I want to be able to do more. And then on top of that, we have the Sunday show that we have to figure out what we're doing. There's so many different things going on that take place in this operation of ours that it's not simple, dude. That's all I'm saying. A Book of Memories said, I think you should make these for exclusive members. Precisely, my friend. That's exactly what I'm intending to do. But I feel like because it's the public that got me here, and the exclusive members as well, I feel obligated to let you guys know where we're heading as an operation, what we're doing in the future. You see, because I don't want to make any decisions without you guys being involved. You see. Shout out to Jay and Ryan. Good Lord. I mean, I met Ryan of Stand Up 9/11 just last year, you know? And so this is what I'm saying. I want to be able to do more. But I feel like it's bad that I have to get up over here and ask these things. And all I'm literally trying to do is help as many people as possible. You know, it's not about, I have like right here, I have like a little difference between communal operations and mass appeal. For me, it's never been about the numbers. It's never been about the followers. It's never been about like any of the likes, the shares, any of this crazy crap. That's why I don't go over to other people's pages and ask them to post my shit or any of this type of stuff. I sometimes get mad when I see people post or tag Joe Rogan, because I'm like, don't tag this motherfucker, bro. He's not going to give me my credit. Don't you tag these celebrities up here acting like they're going to get up in the comments and try to say something where they care about people. You see, and I say that because we've created something that's authentic. Let me rephrase that. I've learned that, you know, we're not for everybody, and that's okay. What I've learned is I really want to start working with people that get like what's actually going on. That to me is longevity, is working with people who actually get what's going on and trying to build upon that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys can have the page as far as I'm concerned, but what's important to me is the knowledge and the implication or the integration thereof. And so I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's again to give you guys like an understanding as to where my head is at. You see, what I'm really doing. I can't tell you guys like how many people have reached out to me because they see me like losing my shit, and I'm just like in this mindset to where I'm pulling away from people. Joey French says, I actually learned about you from Joe Rogan. That would be an interesting story. Please tell me about it. But let me finish this thought. There were so many different people that reached out to me because they see me kind of going into this cloistered mode and pulling away because they truly do understand. Thank you, Jay. I really do appreciate that, bro. I told Jay this before I even did this whole transmission, that I feel like he shouldn't have to donate because he's sticking up for everybody else. Infinite Outlaw says losing your shit is part of growth, and I think that's where we're at right now. We can't continue to operate this way. We have to grow. And I think that's why I'm losing my mind, is because I don't want to sit up over here and ask for money. This was never about money in the first place. This was about literally creating a platform to have these kinds of discussions. I know I go out there pretty far sometimes. Sometimes I'll talk about reptilians, you know, and the Illuminati and the black magic and the Satanism and, like, you know, being able to peer into the dimensions and shit like that. Yeah, I get that. I'll go there. But that's what it's about, is the pursuit of knowledge. But now that money's involved and growth and all this other crazy stuff, influence, and people, you know, trusted me and having to deal with the responsibility of operating like this, I had to think different. And I say that because this is the person that a lot of you guys turned me into. Ryan just says, I'm glad you're making this point. People want us to do this shit for free. Precisely, bro. You know, you understand out of everybody, bro, that it's hard to get up over here and submit yourself to society and to social media because you're trying to do this for you feel compelled. I don't think people really understand that. I have like such a compulsion to do this that I am driven. And that's what Jay of Truth Is Our Religion said. He said, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You're not going to quit this And I said, well, I can tell people I'm going to quit it. I get tired of it. He says, you can say whatever you want. You're not going to quit it. Because he knows deep down that I'm driven, and it takes a certain type of mindset to do this. But as Ryan said, you know, this is not easy. People expect us to do this for free. That's why I'm like, who do you guys follow? Who gets you your information? Where do you, you know, feel pretty content to have open-ended discussions about these types of things? You see, I don't censor you guys. I try not to block you. I try not to talk a lot of shit to you. I try to just give you as much information as I can and leave it to you. But the problem is I'm not being respected in doing so. I'm being called an agent, a shill, troll, or some other crazy stuff like that. And that's not fair, dude. And so what's happening right now, this little temper tantrum I'm throwing right now, and I'll figure out how to refine it into the future. This little temper tantrum I'm throwing is to let you guys know that it's not, we're not going to keep doing things the way that we used to. We're going to start doing more. The same way we've started doing more of these Instagram lives, the same way we've done more shows, we're going to do more. But if I have to start cracking the whip in a different light to get you guys to understand what's going on, I guess I have to do it. You can clearly tell that my personality type is not somebody that's like, oh, give me money, you know, give me, oh, this all. I'm not a invasive person like that. I'm not an assertive person like that. But because of the times that we're in, the things that are required of me, the duties that I have, I'm having to change. That's it. And I wish that people would really understand that. You know, a few years ago, I don't know if you guys know, I will. What I'm gonna end up doing is, people are saying get the trolls out of here, get the hate out of here. What I'm gonna end up doing is posting a troll post and then just going on a fierce block party, because I feel like while I do believe in freedom of speech, First Amendment, and all this other stuff, people take that for advantage and then they just come right at you. But don't worry, get that situated. You know, a few years ago, I was working with Ron Johnson of Stranger Than Fiction News. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him, with Ron Johnson or Stranger Than Fiction News, but he was also kicked out of Facebook for doing the very same thing. And he left Facebook to simply start his own operation. Real talk. And one of the main reasons he left Facebook was not only could he not operate there in the capacity that he wanted, but because the support wasn't there. And at the time, you know, I thought, wow, like, what a crazy person. Like, you should be doing this for everybody else. How could you go behind a paywall? How could you do all this stuff? And then here I am a few years later having to play catch up. For people that don't remember or know, I used to have a co-host, Lori Alexander of the Underground Resistance Network, and she's on all kinds of different stuff now, Revolution Radio, doing all kinds of different work. And we had a whole separate operation over there on Facebook, exposing Satanic World Government, the Underground Resistance Network, the Ultimate Hebrew Israelite Awakening, and so many different things. But because we couldn't figure out a way to manage it and then expand at the same time, it imploded. And so what I'm trying to explain to you guys here in a roundabout way is we're all driving the Freedom Faction car together. And the choices of whether or not we drive off a cliff, go up a mountain, park the car, or do something else, it's entirely upon basically your guys' feedback. While I'm driving the car, it's upon you guys to say, hey, what's going on? And that's why I tell you, we're not like any other page. We're not like many other operations either. We're trying to switch into something that's communal, that's going to be here for a while. I mean, heck, what would happen if, God forbid, they took the page down? Do you guys have a backup? I have a backup for our exclusive members, but do you guys have a backup? And I don't want to sound like I'm threatening or holding the page hostage or doing any of this type of stuff. I'm trying to get you guys to really understand what's at stake. You see, I'm fully capable of so much more. And as I've fallen into this, I realize what I'm capable of, what I can do, what I should be doing, and what I'm allowing to happen. I'm allowing myself to be not abused. I'm basically allowing myself to be undervalued, to be disrespected. I did not know my worth. and I'm having to learn it. I said this earlier today, that I've never really known my worth, period. And I think other people have known my worth, but I've never really known it. You know, I see all the numbers, I see all this other stuff. I see all this stuff, but I really don't care. I'm just so focused on getting out the content, doing the work, connecting the dots, and explaining things to everybody and getting the work done, that I don't really see like, oh, people are watching, like, oh snap, the numbers are going up. Hey, do this over here. Like, oh, you're in a different percentile. You're being shadow banned. I don't give a shit about that. Get the content out. I don't care if I'm being censorship. Get the content out. People know what I'm doing. I don't care. But what ends up happening is I get to positions like this to where I realize, like, holy crap, wow, I have 225,000 people that are watching. And whenever I'm asking for a simple handout, like, hey, help me, I want to do a little bit more, fucking crickets. What is that about? That's beyond disrespectful. I got to get up over here and start bitching and moaning like some schoolyard prick to say, hey, look, I need your guys' help. That's not right. This is not a reciprocal or a mutually beneficial relationship. Thank you. I wish I could pronounce your name. Thank you, Su Lovivo Yui. I'm sure I pronounced your name wrong, but already supporting with $6. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Electric Jump just said, that's life, yo. That is life. And that's why I'm having to hop up over here and do this. And so there's a lot of different things that are going to be happening as we move into the new year, dude. And as you can tell, this clearly weighs on my heart. I don't want to say this. Constant Circle says, you're making money of ads, right? I was. On my first YouTube channel, where we were getting that traffic, but we're on our fourth, and this is post-censorship. And the ads that I do get, I get like 25, maybe $50, because that's, again, me undervaluing myself. But yeah, and you see, that's the level of honesty I'm willing to be with you guys. Like, yo, I was making money, I ain't making shit now. This was all out of pocket, man. I'm borderline going into debt to just keep this up. And that's why I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not about to keep doing this for another half decade. I'm not about to do this for another year. I get it. People say, like, oh, the truth should be free. The knowledge should set you free. It's like, yeah, but my motherfucking time is not. Real talk. And if I've still been here, clearly we're doing something right. There's people that keep going, people that keep coming, and we're still here. We're being allowed to operate for some reason. So this is why I'm trying to tell you guys that you gotta really appreciate what we're doing. Because if not, you're more than welcome to go follow everybody else. Go follow Joe Rogan. He'll tell you to take the DMT, go see the aliens. Go follow these people. It really makes no difference to me. I see what you're exposed to. I see what's out there. I see the lies, the misinformation, the disinformation, the talking points. I see the agendas, and that's why I sit up over here and have people on to expose it, to say, hey, what the fuck is this about? Why are we doing this? Don't fall into that trap. You know it is that. But hey, guess what? You're not gonna find this level of authenticity consistently on today's internet, because we have a history. We have a track record of being this real. Somebody come through tomorrow, start acting like this, bro. You guys won't trust them, and you shouldn't. What we have is credibility and history. And all that's happening right now is me saying, hey, look, I'm willing to keep doing this, but there's got to be some give and take. It's got to be reciprocal. If you guys want to see me in the future and you want to see me do better, you guys have to help. $1 helps. $5 help. $10 help. Sharing an episode helps. Good Lord. When I tell you that I feel disrespected about the amount of likes that our exclusive members post gets versus news articles, I try not to put it into words because it will piss me off. Chet Matthews says, write a book. You got tons of knowledge. I'm working on it. But being a one-man army, I don't really have time. The only day I have off really is like Saturday. Then I got to get back up together to prepare an episode for Sunday. That's why I'm literally trying to figure out a way to, like I said, get I know this sounds bad, dude, but figure out how to get money so I can get that employee, the one that I was telling you I'm going to choke right here and show him to you guys, get that employee so he can take over operations on the page while I begin to focus on other things. That's it. But I think that's kind of a good place for me to just end things, because I don't want to ramble too much. I want to feel like I address things appropriately, and I want you guys to really understand where I'm coming from. The Book of Memories says merch, bro. You need merch. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. I'm literally only one dude, and there's only so much I can do, and I'm trying my best. That's why I have to dedicate certain days to certain things, and I'm doing the best I can. I don't want to sit up over here and sound like a victim, like I'm crying, like I'm on some bitch ass shit. But I'm saying, dude, I'm doing the best I can. If you guys want to help, you want to see me do better, a little help wouldn't hurt. $1 here, $1 there, it wouldn't hurt, and that's all. It's all fun and games until we have to actually start doing things. And you look at the day and age these days, bro. I'm telling you, the word that's popping into my head, that's been popping into my brain all for the past few months, basically, is prepare. The day, I can't explain it, but things are going to be a lot different. This year is clearly setting up to be a lot more crazy than people realize. And I don't think that we're really mentally or spiritually or emotionally prepared for what's coming down the line. And so that's why, to say this, to again underline this and get back to shutting this down for you guys, I have to set my foot down by saying 25 to 40 Patreons by March or April, or we have to stop doing these things and convert to only working solely with the people, with the exclusive members. If we do not have that, I've got to start shutting things down to prepare appropriately. I don't know what for, but something tells me that I should not be doing all this extra. Good Lord, think about this. Just the other day, right? Other day. I say that because weeks and months fly by doing this type of stuff. But back in September, I think it was, of 2019, remember how the FBI released information about how conspiracy theories and conspiracy theorists are considered domestic terrorists and domestic terrorist threats. Think about that. Think about that. I'm sticking my neck out here. They're openly declaring me, or they will declare me, a domestic terrorist threat, and I have to ask for help? That's what I'm saying. There are more benefits to me just putting a nice bow on Freedom Faction and walking away than there are for me to continue to do this. And that's why I'm having this internal schism. That's why you guys see me having these problems, is because I'm willing to put like I said before, sacrifice myself upon the altar of social media. I'm willing to do that so people understand what's going on, but I'm not willing to do it whenever I'm underappreciated, undervalued, and literally just seen as a product or a service, not as a person. That's where I'm at. I'm not even seen as like a literal person. Yeah, right? Extraordinary Love says, I didn't even know you're a real person. Yeah, most people think I'm bots. Most people think I'm like some 32-year-old white dude in Ohio smoking meth in my mom's basement. It's true. People trip out that I'm black. They're like, holy shit, Freedom Faction's black. It's like, yeah, Freedom Faction's black. Yeah. And so I'll say this to start wrapping stuff up. A lot of people have been saying that I need to, a lot of people have been saying that the easiest way for me to fix this little hiccup I'm having is to basically create customized or original content that's essentially for the exclusive members. That's the easiest way to say it. People are saying, I like what you're doing. Don't stop the page. But if you're wanting to get over whatever this hurdle it is that you have, you need to work with a select few people. I thought that was life coaching. I thought that was me trying to slow my happy self down and produce these thought threads and these long-winded discussions on complex emotions. I think what it is just that. It's figuring out a way to funnel all of this into something for people that really appreciate it. And that's it. I'm trying to do the best I can. I don't want to seem like I'm over here being money hungry or it's all about the Benjamins or any of that type of stuff. It's about the pursuit of knowledge to me. That's why I'm like this, is because I could care less about a lot of things. I want to know the truth about a lot of things. So I think this is a good place for me to kind of end it, dude. You know, with the time that we have, while I try to figure out how to shut this down, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are as far as everything I'm saying, the idea of converting all this content to a more personalized way, the exclusive members program. With the time that we have, let me know what you guys think about everything I'm saying. And the reason I say this, dude, is because I only get these truths, I only get these types of revelations and these understandings by being this level of organic and authentic. You don't get to where I'm at being a pessimist. You don't get to where I'm at being a negative person. You don't get to where I'm at being a pussy. Realist talk. You get to where I'm at slaving over the question, searching for the truth. You get to where I'm at to where you don't care about the glitz, the glamour. Like, guys, I can't tell you how many times I got messages when I was throwing my little temper tantrum about people asking me, "Are you selling the page? Are you selling the page? Are you selling the page?" Hey, I'll buy the page from you, and I'll even give you a little bit of percentage that we'll make with your page. All you got to do is just get rid of Freedom Faction. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm showing it to family members. I'm showing it to the Bay. I'm just like, yo, check it out. Like, this is what selling out looks like. This is it right here. Look it. I'm getting the messages. I'm having these temper tantrums because I'm trying to do better. And I could sell out real quick. But I'm here to do something bigger, something better than this. And there are people that would take this position that I'm in and use it for monetary gain. They would use it for social engineering, influential purposes. You have people that would take what I'm doing and use it for bad, dude. You don't get to where I'm doing being like a deceptive, manipulative piece of shit. You get to where I'm doing, seeking the truth, trying to be a good person, helping out your fellow man, trying to know God, staying away from just like worldly nonsense, and really trying to understand yourself a lot deeper. And I think that's why I'm having this, again, this little temper tantrum, is because I know I'm fully capable of a lot more. I should be doing a lot more, and guess what? We're not. We're operating off of the free trial version of what we should be doing. We're not experiencing any adversity. We're not trying anything new. We're not trying to scare ourselves into success. We're chilling. And that's a problem, because that means that you guys are complicit in just going by with the bullshit. That's why I also feel bad, because I shouldn't be providing you guys with this much consistent knowledge. You're not going out of your way to research things. I'm habituating you to accept what you're being told instead of teaching other people new things. And so there's a number of things that I'm frustrated with as far as me doing this and our current configuration. This is why I am trying to do better, period. And guess what? I'm going to be a little bit conceited, be a little asshole-ish right now. Guess what? You guys see me stepping up, right? You guys see me literally debating doubling down and becoming more committed to this movement and to the search of truth. You guys see me doing more of this. All this is going to do is inspire everybody else. All it's going to do is literally set the bar a little higher. Because guess what? We're chilling right now. And that's the problem. This is not a year to chill. If you didn't plant any seeds last year, you better start planting today. Me doing this, as rough as it feels, as much as it hurts, people see me going through this, they're going to go through it themselves. And all this is going to do is produce even better quality content from myself, from everybody else. Because then we'll be in a completely different phase of this plan, a completely different era of truth seeking. You see people saying, oh, stay woke. You see the problem with woke Twitter now, right? You see the problem with just being woke, period, now, right? You see why I laugh when I hear the word woke, right? Because it stops people. And so I'm not about that. I'm about the pursuit of knowledge and what it does to you. And as you guys can tell, all it's done is empower me. And it's going to empower you too. And I don't want to get up over here and act like I'm money hungry or scrounging around for cash or any of this type of stuff. But you guys need to understand the times that we're in. That's why I tell you, you go find somebody else you want to. I understand my influence. I'm trying to do a little bit better. I want you to help me instead of hating me. Get on board or get out the way. I don't want to sound like a jerk or like I'm some thug or something rude like that. I realize like what the landscape is, the battlescape, the players, the movers. I tell you who to watch out for, the scams, the shills. I tell you, I keep it 1,000. Where else are you going to find that? Because I generally care about you. Real talk, dude. I'll say this and I got to go. Like, you guys know, just last year, I started messing with the Proud Boys. Started messing with the Proud Boys, running around with some gun dealers, doing investigations. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff last year, and I'm going to do a lot of crazier stuff this year, too, with your guys' support. That's how it happens. I was running around with the Proud Boys last year. You know, we got a lot of stuff lined up this year, too. I'm realizing that, you know, the influence that we have, it's a lot more massive than you think. The Plans for Surviving says we need to mobilize. I agree. You know, I know it was on the Economist magazine of 2018 and it's in the Illuminati card game, but yeah, I agree. We need to mobilize. And for people like ourselves who are truth seekers who need to figure out how to be like conscientious objectors from all this crazy stuff, we need to start acting so we can stop getting into the mind space. We need to stop acting like we know every damn thing and really start living it. And that's the difference. So when I say that I'm getting up over here, having to work through my own apprehensions, it's because I'm trying to inspire more greatness from everybody I meet. Pure, plain, and simple. And it frustrates me that I have to say and do these things because I want to follow other people. I would want to be inspired by other people, but I don't see it these days. And I know people are scared, but that's why you can't shrivel. You can't succumb to that, man. You have to overcome it. And that's why I'm having it right now. You can clearly tell that this is not like who I am at the end of the day. I wish I could show you guys some of my art right now, like my concept arts and other stuff. But that's a completely different thing. When it comes to this, you have to focus. You've got to be diligent. Right there, Miguel PZ9 says, "Don't be woke, be prepared." Well, let me see if I got. This is why I hate getting distracted. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it because I'm getting all excited and distracted. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show the art. But you guys get what I'm saying. I want to provide a platform for people like us. I want to do more, and I need you guys' help to do that. That's all. I'm such a selfless person that I'm like willing to give everything. So the idea of just like saying, hey, like you can't do that, like you gotta help, that's a foreign concept to me. And so that's why you guys kind of see me overcoming that personal hurdle for the bigger picture. And that's why I need you guys to help me work through this so that I can understand my worth and so that you also understand your worth, what your love, what your time, what your attention, what your energy can do. I think that's a good place to leave it. So to just underline everything we talked about, 25 to 40 Patreons by March or April, where I have to convert the Instagram Tuesdays that we're doing for exclusive members on Friday. And I'll dedicate all of Friday for exclusive members so I can get their shows together and start doing Instagram Lives and have like a communal operation specifically for Friday. Like I said before, we have 6 to 7 years worth of content that you guys are able to have access to. Like I'm so nerdy, I've gotten to the point to where I can download all 13,000 posts, right, and give them back to you guys. But Patreon exclusive members get that. If you guys want to have access to the 13,000, right, as like an archival and downloadable zip file, exclusive members get that. So if they delete the page, exclusive members will have access to those 13,000 posts because I've figured out how to get it off, downloaded the data. We have 5 to 6 to 7 years worth of content that you guys can get. And if I could slow my happy self down, get some people to work with me, I would be able to package it and present it a lot better. I'm one-man army. I'm basically trying to restructure for the long haul, guys. And I need your guys' help to do that. I realize that I'm not for the masses. I don't really care about mass appeal. It's mindlessness. I'm focusing on mindfulness. I'm focusing on trying to leave like a positive influence on your guys' life. Real talk, dude. I might have to take you up on that for now, Miguel, but we'll see. I'm trying to do the best I can, guys. And I need you guys' help to do that. So, welcome to 2020, am I right? Welcome to 2020. Oh, here we go. And I say that because, dude, I got to get this out of the way. I have to get this out of the way to set the tone for the rest of the year. And if I can't even ask these people who support me, you guys, if I can't even ask you guys to help me do better, there's no way I'm going to be effective out there in the real world. Realist talk. So I got to start here with the roots, with what we've created. And I need your guys' help to help me be better for everybody else. Because like I told you before, you see me get over this, watch me inspire everybody else and bring them along the way. That's what happens. Like I said this, and I'll say this and I got to go, guys. I got so frustrated whenever I was talking with Jay because like I supported his website. I got so frustrated when I was talking with Jay because I was like, dude, could you imagine? You imagine just like getting $200, $300 from me, $400 just to keep your website on, just so thousands of people can just come post and talk smack. They don't even got to know that it's me over here helping you or that we're helping each other. It's just, can you imagine what would happen if I was able just to work with you in that capacity? And that's what I'm saying. JF Truth is our religion. So yeah, I'm going to cut this transmission short, upload it to our audio podcast feed as well as our exclusive members feed, so the exclusive members can hear me talking good stuff about them, how much I love them. And so the public audio podcast feed can hear it as well. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry that this kind of felt like I was coming at you. I'm really not trying to be aggressive. I'm really trying to do the best I can, but we're all doing the best we can. And that's why I have to come up over here and tell you guys this. It's, as you can tell, I'm not the type of person to ask for help, and I'm very grateful for any type that is there. I'm just realizing that those numbers don't add up. The support that is there isn't getting appreciated for what it's doing, and that's not fair. You know, the 12 people or the people that have contributed, right? The people that have contributed are literally basically supplying the world with so much knowledge that it's not fair. And so I'm asking myself, do I do more of this stuff for the masses, or do I literally convert what we're doing for the people that actually want it? And this is the transitional period that we're in. And so I need your guys' help to help me define what we're going to do into the future. I want to stop talking because I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I will catch you guys next week. I don't think I'm going to be doing a show this week. I think I'm going to let this week ride out. You know, just let these emotions pass, digest all this information, work through it, and then I think maybe next week we might start season 10, because that's where we're at. 10 seasons. That's right. 5 to 6 to 7 years worth of content, 10 seasons, 2 shows. And I'm just now having the courage, or at least the strength, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm just now getting to the point to where I feel like I know my worth. It's crazy, right? But like I said, we're not going to be doing a main show this week. We're not doing Fellowship and Freedom this week. I think we might be starting all that up next week. I need another week clearly to digest. And I hope you all know that Clone's everywhere. She's my boo. If you can't tell, that's why she goes so hard for me, because I go hard for her, and she knows it. Side note. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this. Like I said, I didn't want to say this, but I had to say it. And I'm glad that it's out there now, because we can now start moving on, and I can start providing more to you guys. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry that this came off a little abrasive and a little aggressive, but understand that we will be doing more and better in the future, and it's all going to be thanks to your help. If anything, that's why this is such a crazy moment, is because we're literally having a conversation about how we're going to influence the future together. And that's another reason why I want to figure out a better way to like have dialogue with you guys, is because these Instagram lives are cool and all, but I want to hear your guys' voices. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. This is, This is it. This is the fight. There's nothing better for us to do. And so I'm trying to figure out what I can, and I need you guys' help to do that. I want to give a voice to the voiceless, a platform to the censored. I want to be able to do more than just operating on these censored social media platforms. And I will. And like I said before, it's going to be done with your help. But however, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I really have for you guys and gals. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll have it in the description bar below. And as always, guys and gals, stay vigilant, expose lies, and share truth. This is Noisera, Freedom Faction, out.